Hi, it's Tess. I'm back with a little update for the week. It's Sunday. What day is it? I bet my computer will tell me. Will it? I don't know. It's Sunday the 19th. And right now it's about 8 o'clock at night. We just got back from shopping. We went to IKEA. We didn't buy anything because we brought the wrong car. So I get to go back tomorrow to buy a bookshelf for my daughter's room. But I know which one we're getting, so it should be an in and out trip. So we'll see. I'm also thinking about hitting Hobby Lobby, and I may, if I have time, sneak down to my L&S too. So we'll see about that. I'll show you why later. This weekend though, I got a ton of stitching done. I've been working on my School of Magical Stitching homework, and I had it all done yesterday, it was Friday, so that I could work on the Cinderella's Castle Challenge for the Wilderness Lodge. I needed to get 1,000 stitches on one project. I probably could have done more than one project, but I wanted to do one project, and I got that done too, so I was really excited. Okay. I'll show you what I did. Let me remember where I put my stuff. So I think I showed you last week what I had planned to do, and I'm pretty sure I stuck with my plan. I think I did. I erased some stuff and I wrote in over the top, and I don't know if I did that after I filmed or before, but anyway, I'll show you what I worked on. Our homework last week, we had to, I split it between two projects. I worked on Summer ABCs, and I worked on Big Red Ship of Life, which is my biggest project. So I'll show you that first. And I took it off to Q-Snap, just so I could show you. This is a fun project. It's Big Red Ship of Life by Ink Circles, and this is what the pattern looks like. It's in plastic, and I know there's going to be a funky glare. So let's take it out of here. I'm sure most of you have seen it before. It's one of my most favorite designs. It's beautiful. There's so many different motifs and interesting things going on. I really like the fish down the bottom, this crazy sea monster. He was really cute. But there's like horses and trees, and the ship just kind of goes on and on up here, and it's really cool. I love it. And you can see here it was intended to do as red work, but I am kind of doing my own take on it with an ombre effect using some beautiful silks by Fiberlicious. It's the Sunset colorway from their website. And let me show you. Oh, if I just unfold it here, I can show you what I worked on this week, because in the scheme of things, it's not that much, but I thought I was really happy with the progress. So right here, I think I had the first guy here, so I did the rest of this blue and purple, or I don't know where blue came from, but the bright magenta pink, I did that, and then I did this little area down here. So overall I think it's about 400 stitches. So that's what I've got. And then let me show you in all. It's huge. It's a full yard of fabric, and I think I'm like, this is kind of the halfway point. So I've got the blues, the purples, and some of the pinks done up there. And it is a joy to stitch on this. Every little bit is entertaining, because I'm doing an ombre effect, which kind of has a little bit of, what's the word I used? I can't even remember what I called it, but the stitches kind of go bleeding, I guess. So the purple kind of bleeds into the pink, and it kind of back and forth. So it's kind of it's not easy to stitch, but it's fun to stitch, because you see with, like, I know it's hard to explain, but like on this guy here, you can see that there's a lot of stitches missing from this little critter. It's because when I go in there with the next color, it's going to complete it and it's going to backfill all those spaces that are missing, so it's not just a straight solid line of ombre. So that's my big red ship of life, and I call it my big ombre ship of life because it's an ombre pretty crazy thing. After pinks comes the red, and then it bleeds into orange and then yellow. So yellow's at the top. And I almost want to just do all the colors up, but it would make like the organization so messy. If I just do 3 colors and get them done, then when I do the next 3 colors, the mess is very small and much more easy to handle. So I worked on that for 2 challenges this week. Which ones were they? Delicate and dainty, because the floss is of silk and it's dainty to me. You know, delicate, I guess I would say, rather than dainty, because silk is so nice and fancy compared to the regular just plain DMC. So that's my big red ship. The other little project I worked on this week, well, I have 2 little ones, but this one I worked for the challenges, and it is the Summer ABCs, and I'm going to take this off to Q-Snap now because I'm going to switch it up to something new anyway. I got done, I have a nice little bit done. I worked on this area here. I had the quilt done, so just the little fireflies I put in, and then this beautiful basket of flowers, and I started on the ice cream motif. So there's a look at that. And in all, I'd say I probably maybe a third of the way down. No, maybe not quite yet, but that's what I have in all. And I'm changing the colors a little bit on this. They're a touch brighter. I think the red and the greens have been changed. I may have changed the letters. No, I think I kept them the same. If I changed them, it was for another color that was called for. So just a few changes on that. This is fun to stitch. I love these little designs with the tiny little motifs. They just call to me. Because they're cute, and I love everything cute. So this one's a fun one to stitch for me. And I'm kind of looking forward to the ice cream. That will be a fun little bit to stitch too. Okay, and the last piece I worked on this week was, what's it called? Winter something. Hold on, it's stuck in the bag. It's a Mill Hill kit that I started in December. It's called Winter Glow, and it looks like this one is all complete. And last week when I started, I just had some of this little bit of like a half circle of the light blue right here. That's all I had done. And this is the one I did 1,000 stitches on, and I've gotten quite a bit done. I'm really excited about that. It's got a huge circle of it now, starting with those darker colors, and it's a little tedious, I will say. I don't think my stitches look the best, and I don't mind the paper, but it is a little harder to stitch on. Like I can't stitch I like to stitch with both hands, so I can't do that with this one. It's too hard. I have a little lap stand that I usually lean things on, and this one I just had to keep hold of, and you could do it with one hand, but then the needle would sometimes slip back through because the paper holes are bigger than fabric holes, and I don't know, a little tedious, but I got a lot of good progress on it, so I'm happy. I'm happy. I think that one's so pretty too, so I'm hoping to get that one done by next year so I can put it up in December with my other winter stuff. So I like it. I'm excited to stitch like the stars in the sky. I think that's going to be fun. All right, what else am I working on? Those are the 3 I worked on. So the Big Red Ship was for a trapdoor and Delicate and Dainty. And I'm pretty sure there's trapdoors like actually stitched in there, because there's no way this guy could get to where he was if he didn't have a trapdoor. I'm talking about this guy right here. See, he's down here below the sea monster. Like, there's got to be a trapdoor in that room, right? And I also did Delicate because of the threads. And then Summer ABCs, that was outdoor camping because fireflies and you camp in the summer. And then also Enabling because a lot of people stitched that before me on Stitch Mania especially. I kept seeing those ones pop up, and every time I saw it I was like, oh, I want to stitch it. I also really want to stitch the winter one, which I have, but I need to go get some fabric, which I would like to do soon, maybe tomorrow, because I'm kind of hankering for a new start. Okay, so next week's homework is week 4, and there's some kind of, it's different this time because the first homework is for a rhyme, and the rhyme was kind of funky. So it's from the book Disney After Dark. Disney After Dark, what's the rest of that thing called? I am reading it. It's actually pretty good, and I'm kind of getting close to the end now, so it's getting really exciting, sorry. But let me read you the poem. It says, "This is weird like a man with a beard, green skin and pig's eyes, frog legs and fireflies, a dark cave with loud cries, a girl with tears in her eyes." So kind of a funky poem, but I was thinking, okay, a beard. I got some like Santa Claus, and I have another piece with a guy with a beard. Green skin, I couldn't think of anything. I have green in the trees and stuff like that, so I have green work, so there's a bunch. Fireflies, I could use Summer ABCs. I don't think I have anything with a cave or like shrieking or screaming or anyone crying. I do have eyes on some, like people with eyes, I guess, but I think I have my project picked out that I want to do. So for the rhyme, I'm going with the man with a beard, and I'm going to stitch on this one. It's called Prairie Life Sampler, and it's a nice sampler of one of my favorite childhood shows, Little House on the Prairie. I just think it's so cute. And Pa, of course, has a beard in this picture. I don't know if you can see it, but Pa in this has a beard, so we're good. Thanks, Pa, for having that beard. Let me see, how far am I? I have a okay start on this one. I've got a few of the trees in and part of the roof on the cabin and part of that little quilt. That's cute. So I don't know, there's a lot of stitching I can do on this. I think I have to stitch at least 300 stitches on it, so I'll probably stick to maybe this side of things. I'm not sure. I don't have to stitch the guy with the beard, so I can just kind of do whatever I feel like, as long as there's a guy with the beard on it. So I'm going to use that. I am doing called for stitching, or called for threads. It's all week Style Works, and this is Vintage Country Mocha. So who makes it? I don't remember. Vintage Country Mocha fabric. It's a good one. So I'm hoping to get some progress on that. And that works for my rhyme. And then I have letters here for the second part. So assignment 2, in the story that we're reading, the kids find letters inside the rides at Disney World, and they have to put them together to make this clue, right? So the letters, the first 3 are FME, and the second ones are YIRS, and then the third ones are TPN. So what do I have for those? You know, I may get out Big Red Ship again to do some of those, because like fish for F would work, and red ship IRS would work. I may use those. The other one, since there's 3 little challenges I wanted to work on, was my Llama Lump by Plum Street Samplers. It's the llama version of the animals all stacked up. It's really cute. And I started this last year sometime, but I'm doing it on a beautiful fabric I got at my LNS. It's called Nashville Blue, and it is it's got the sparkle, the opalescence in it. It's really pretty. And I've got the first llama done, and then the second llama started. So I may work on this for, I could do it for T, because there's trees. What else? There's a snowflake on the bottom. There are a few of them. So I could use it for the S. And a P for pile, I guess. So I'm thinking about using that one too. I just think this is so cute. I love it. So I may split it between the 2 of those, or I may just try to finagle one or the other. One thing I know for sure is my 3rd assignment for the week is going to be my Main Street project. It is Main Street by Country Cottage Needleworks, and I have a bunch of them, and I'm just going to do them all in a row. So I started with the post office. Here it is. Started with the post office, and it's not like, I like my whips pretty much, so I'm not saying this is super boring, but it's just boring because it feels like I'm always just stitching, and it also feels like it's never ending. I feel like I've been working on this little post office for so long. But I've gotten some good progress on it. You can see here I've got the top half of it done already. So if I can get some momentum, I might be able to get the bottom half done too. You can fill in that and then move on down. So that's not terribly difficult. So for the project, it's nice and long, and I'm planning to do 6 of them together here. So it should look pretty cute when it's all finished. This is the called for fabric, Star Sapphire. It's kind of that tough fabric. I don't mind it. Yeah, and I call it my boring whip, but it's only boring because I feel like I'm just stitching all in a row. It feels like it's taken me a long time, but I don't really think it's that boring. I can spin it though, can't I? That's my plans for this week. I also, like I said, I don't need to go shopping, but I kind of want to go shopping. And that's because I'm in the mood for a new start. I've gotten these patterns. I have a little pile of them here that I kind of want to start. So I can't decide. A couple of these were on the freebie table at the, what do we call that? It's a Stitchy Weekend in October. What was that called? I'm in the group. I can't remember. Oh, Stitch Fest. We call it Stitch Fest. So at Stitch Fest, they always have like a freebie table, and I threw a bunch of my old patterns on there that I was ready to get rid of, and then I took a couple that I liked. I thought I would stitch. So the first one was this one. It's As Ye Sow. Is that what it's called? No, the frog motto. Isn't that stinking cute? It's called the frog motto, but it says, "As ye sow, so shall ye rip." And I thought that was really funny. And I thought it was just adorable. All those little spools of thread, and little girl with her stitches next to her, or her scissors, and then the needles. Like, that's really cute. So that's the Annie B's Folk Art Designs. I never saw this, but it's adorable. So I really want to stitch that one next. That's one that's on my maybes list. So it would be fun to go pick out some cute fabric for that. This is another one. It's Hands-On Design Where Liberty Dwells. And that's one of those little pillows. The drum and the pillow. And I think that would be fun to start. So I might go get something for that. The other ones I picked up, I think some of these came from, like these, I think I bought the rest of them. No, I bought this one too. I guess, oh, this is the other freebie. It was the farm, the Little Red Barn from the Farmhouse Christmas. So it's the first one of those. Is that the first one? I don't know. Yeah, it's part one. But I really want this whole series. So that might be nice to start that. And then these ones I picked up, and I think like I could start any of these and they would make me so happy. This is a Crone on a Hill. It's a Halloween one. Oh, I hope the glare is not so terrible. I did not take it out of the plastic. Wow, there's 3 Plum Streets. Summer in Nantucket. I saw it was Pam from Just Keep Stitching. She stitched this up, and I thought it was so pretty. So I picked up that. I'd like to stitch that too soon. And then the last one I picked up was, no, sorry, not the last. Another one I picked up was Mrs. Bingley's Library by Plum Street. And this one is like, this one I might want to kit up. Like I might be ready for this one too. Isn't that pretty? I like that she has a pile of books on top of her house. How cute. And it's got a little red bird. I have a thing for red birds. I like them. And lastly, another one with red birds. This is the Winter ABCs, which since I've been doing the summer one, and one of the people I follow on Instagram, she is stitching this, and oh my goodness, it's cute as can be. So now all I want to do is stitch it. Anyway, so I may go up with like all of these patterns and just check out the fabric and see if something is calling my name. And I might get one of these up tomorrow. That's it if I get up to going to the store, the L&S. I may just go to IKEA and maybe hit the Hobby Lobby and come home. So we'll see. I guess it just depends on how I'm feeling tomorrow. But anyway, it's not like I don't have enough to stitch. So even if I kit these up, I don't need to start them now. So I don't know. It's just fun to shop, isn't it? It's part of the fun anyway. So my plans for this week, I'm going to keep up with my homework. And now I've gotten the, like in Magical Stitches, we have the weekly homework, and then you have these challenges that go with the story, unlocking certain places in Disney World. And I think we're only supposed to do so many a month. And although we are not there yet, I think by the end of the week we will have Cinderella's Castle unlocked. I have put in my 1,000 stitches in for that, but if I have time and they need me to, I can do more on that one this weekend. But there's also extra credit, which I have not started. And there's reading homework, which I'm doing. I'm reading the book that goes along with our challenges. So, is it The Kingdom Keepers? Is that what they call those books? Disney After Dark. That's what I always call them. So, that's what we're reading. It's fun. And I get credit for that on here too. So, kind of fun. I mean, it's weird because, okay, I'm a teacher. I'm in school all the time. But why is it so fun to get credit for homework? Like, oh, I get credit. I get credit. That's so weird to me. But I get excited about it. Maybe it's only because I'm a teacher. I don't know. But anyway, that's about all I have to tell you today. I hope you have a good week, and I'm going to try to make a video next week again because Sunday works good. I don't know about night though, because it's weird and I'm tired. That's what it is. I go to bed pretty early usually and my bedtime's coming up. So I might try to do it earlier next week. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good week, and I will see you next week. Bye.